Boomer Sooner, everybody. I want to talk about the next game, this against Kansas State. Um, this game is a game that scares me because Oklahoma really struggled against UTEP, 24-7. It wasn't pretty. Yeah, Oklahoma blew away FAMU 69-13, but that's to be expected. Uh, but against a Big 12 opponent like Kansas State, Bill Snyder, head coach, this game is one that could potentially be a big upset. And by big upset, I mean Kansas State coming to Norman and just blow Oklahoma off the boards. That is, if Oklahoma doesn't come to play. If they play like against Kansas State like they did against UTEP, Kansas State will dominate Oklahoma. But if Oklahoma plays against Kansas State like they did against Florida A&M, then we might have a closer game. Last year's game, Oklahoma went into Manhattan. Second half, Oklahoma just soared. But if you'll remember, the first half was pretty darn close. Klein, Kansas State's quarterback, is almost single-handedly beat Oklahoma State last year. That kid's a major threat. He's one guy that I'm worried about. But what worries me the most is Oklahoma's passing attack. Okay, it seems that Kenny Stills and Landry Jones are the only ones that have gelled together. Sterling Shepard, Justin Brown, Trey Matoyer. It seems that Landry is not completely happy throwing to them. For some reason, I guess I need to work on a little more in practice. But I mean, against Florida A&M, there was a couple times Matoyer was wide open, Sterling Shepard was wide open, and he threw the ball to Kenny Stills for a minimal gain. Landry, I like you. I think you're one of the best quarterbacks Oklahoma has had. But son, you need to learn to read your coverage. Learn to hit the open man. Don't get too happy throwing to just one guy, because if they shut him down, then you're in trouble. On the other hand, Oklahoma's rushing attack has really surprised me, and it's not Dominic Whaley as I thought it would be, but it's Damian Williams. 5 touchdowns in only 2 games. That kid, I mean, he's fast. And Justin Brown in the punt return, awesome. But as much as I'm impressed with those 2 guys, Kansas State scares me. I mean, they laid it on Miami at Manhattan. And last year, they went into Miami. Yeah, it was a close ball game, but they beat Miami there too. And you can say Miami's not the team that they used to be. But guys, this is Miami, the University of Miami that we're talking about. Yeah, they're down, but they're not bad. Last week, this past week, Kansas State beat North Texas 35-21. A lot closer than I thought that game would be. I thought Kansas State would roll over them like 50 to 14 or something like that. This game was a lot closer than I thought. So maybe that tells me something. I didn't actually watch it, but I saw the score. And Oklahoma was off, so really didn't get anything there. Personally, though, I think this game will come down to whoever can run the ball the best. Oklahoma's got a heck of a defense. Kansas State's got a heck of a defense. So we know it's going to be a defensive struggle. Running the ball, Kansas State does well. Running the ball, Oklahoma does well. It seems to me that the weak link is going to be Oklahoma's passing attack. I'm not completely thrilled with them, as I said earlier, and I think that could be a major downer for Oklahoma should Kansas State take away the run game. And if that happens, I think Oklahoma's in trouble. I'm not ready to give Oklahoma the big spot. I'm going to say Oklahoma does, with the X factor being the Hunt return game, Damian Williams. I'll give Oklahoma a 2 to 3 point edge. I just don't think Oklahoma's good enough to be a 2-touchdown favorite. I just don't see that right now. Now, if they beat Kansas State by 2-3 touchdowns, I'll be impressed, and but Oklahoma's going to have to prove themselves. So that's all I've got for now. Boomer Sooner, everybody, and come Saturday, we'll see just how good Oklahoma really is, if they should be ranked in the top 5. I believe they should be, but the last couple games, I'm not too sure, though. Boomer Sooner.